Goes to the steps. I don't like taking the elevator anyway. No, it's exercise. I'd rather take the steps. As you get older, you got to be careful that you're not as agile as you used to be. Plus, for whatever reason, the elevator sometimes smells. I don't know how it is. So one of the good things about this building I love is we negotiated these parking spots, which are nice to protect my baby. So this is a Porsche Taycan Turbo S. I've had a lot of Porsches over the years, but predominantly 911s. And I got this. This is an electric Porsche. And it's awesome in that you plug it in. It's got two different plugs. You can just put your hand here and it opens up and you can plug it in. I have the plug-in at the house. And if you go over to the other side, what's really cool about it, and this is Kristen's car, we built this for her. It's got on this side as well another plug-in, and this is a fast charger with these dual plugs. It charges it really quick, which is neat. And then check out, these are the ceramic brakes. Look at the size of these brakes, man. It's unbelievable. The car's gorgeous. There's a downside for sure being electric. I miss the petrol, but the car develops something in you called range anxiety. And range anxiety is this idea where you plug in the car, it says you fully charge the car. Well, they say you're not even supposed to fully charge it. Charge it about 80%, 85%. That'll give you about 225, 230 miles in range. So that's awesome that you've got that range until you have to go to your next charge. But if you drive the car and it's a Porsche and you want to drive it like a Porsche, the 225, 230 miles within a 10-mile span could drop to like 190 miles, 180 miles. And so as you're driving, the range keeps going down. Hence range anxiety, because you never know when you're going to have to recharge it, and you have to make sure that you're in a place where you'll be able to get back to either a charging station or your house to charge it. So that part sucks. And you good? And the other part that sucks is that it's not like going to a gas station to get it charged and fill it up and you're done in like 10 minutes. It could be an hour sitting there and getting it charged, depending upon the type of station you go to. So as far as that aspect of it, it's a little frustrating. So if you have the ability to have a third car or have a local driver, if you're like your daily commute is within, say, a 50 mile radius or something like that, it's the perfect car to have. Not to mention it's a monster speed-wise. It's like 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds, a little over 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, which is crazy. But, and what's also neat about the car is that it's like an iPhone. It updates on its own through the air. It's pretty crazy. You got to bring it into Porsche occasionally, but it's like an iPhone, but it drives like a Porsche. It's just incredible.
Go ahead and get in.
I have to get in sideways. But like even now, I just turned it on. The air conditioning is running on the car right now, which is pretty cool. So as soon as it knows that I'm coming up, and it turns the AC on for us. And then you just press this button. The car's really cool. You've got like, look at the screen. It's incredible. You've got the Google Earth right there. And then you've got all these different things you can change with the car. I don't even know how to do it all. It's amazing. All these different screens you can move, but this is how I like to keep it. And then you've got this screen too, which does everything. Right now it's an Apple Play. You could take it out of Apple Play, and it's got all these different things you can do with it, which is kind of neat. It's just like a touch screen, but I keep it in Apple Play. And then this was another option. Basically, your co-pilot can do things with it. you know, as well. And then these little, as you touch it, it feels. This is you can turn the seats on, and you know, the AC. And so let's go. Let's head to the gym. This little button is really cool too, because this little button allows us to change these settings on the car for sport and sport plus mode. Right now it's in normal mode. When it goes to sport or sport plus, the car tightens up. The car lowers, and then you can hear a sound. Let's see if we put the sound on. You can hear this sound. It's pretty crazy. Sounds like something coming out of the Jetsons, an old cartoon.
Yeah, so you be flying on the highway though, when you can?
Oh yeah. On the highway, this thing flies. This car's crazy. It's very fast. I have to be careful sometimes because it's like point and go. Because it's just so fast, you don't even realize your speed sometimes because it's so quiet. You don't have that torque. What you have is this immediate, it's like turning a light switch on. The power from an electric vehicle is just like instantaneous. You don't have that lag that you would get with a regular, either a turbo or a regular petrol gas car. And you also don't have all these moving parts. You don't have the dirt. You don't have a lot of the other stuff. This has two motors in it though, motor in the front, motor in the back. This also has rear wheel steering, which is really neat. So for purposes of when you're driving, you're like on rails when you drive this car. But that little beeping sound is again, always have issues with cars one way or the other. And this is a setting regarding the passenger seat. Even though we're plugged in with the seat belt, it hasn't sensed it correctly, so I have to get that checked. One thing about the car that, like I talked about, this range anxiety, it's a little frustrating. I had to try a case down in Sarasota last year, and all I should have been concerned about is my prep and getting ready and trying the case. But when I got in the car heading down there, I had to be aware of my distance and how much range I would use getting down there to make sure that I can come back, or at least ensure that when I got down there, there was somewhere nearby where I could get a charge on the car. And at the end of the day, you don't really want to deal with that stuff when you're dealing with your life. You shouldn't have to be so concerned that you may run out of juice to move from one place to the other. But that's the part about having an electric car. I don't think that, well, I know that America isn't built yet to have the infrastructure of these electric vehicles. And I didn't get this electric vehicle because I was concerned about the environment, though, you know, I do have some concerns for the environment, but it's kind of contradictory because I don't necessarily believe these electric cars, and you may be saving the planet one way, but you're costing the planet in other ways with the creation of these batteries and all the other stuff. But we're just not built out infrastructure wise for charge stations, and everybody's fighting for a charge station, you know, but we're built out for gas, and that's what we rely on, gas.